Hello! Welcome to Adventures in TV Land, a movie edition. For today's movie, we're going to talk about The Adam Project. Now, The Adam Project is a movie that you can mostly only find on Netflix. I say mostly only because I don't know how this works, but there are a few theaters, a very select few around the country, that are showing The Adam Project on screen. So if your theater is showing that film, go out and check it out. But anyway, for most of us, the only place that we can see this movie is on TV through Netflix. And Netflix, the streaming service, is the only place you can find that, other than, like I said, a few theaters. But anyway, The Adam Project stars Ryan Reynolds as a time-traveling fighter pilot named Adam who travels back through time in order to stop time travel from happening. But he misses his mark slightly and ends up in the wrong year and teams up with his 12-year-old self. Now, the 12-year-old version of Ryan Reynolds' character, Adam, is played by a young actor named, I believe his name is Walter Scobell. He does a great job. He has a lot of Reynolds' mannerisms and the way he acts and the way he says things. Because Ryan Reynolds, although I enjoy Ryan Reynolds quite a bit on screen, but Ryan Reynolds seems to be playing quite often basically a version of himself. I mean, all actors do to a certain extent, but Ryan Reynolds in a movie is playing Ryan Reynolds. Although I don't know the guy personally, his characters rarely change. I mean, there is some, layers of depth and whatnot, but, he's got all these wisecracks and the way he talks. There's certain ways he turns a phrase and says things that Ryan Reynolds is the only one who says things that way. So anyway, the young actor, he does a great job of imitating. Well, it's not just imitating because he's himself, but he takes those mannerisms, the way Ryan Reynolds speaks and does things, and he incorporates them in himself, and he does. He's a very believable 12-year-old version of Ryan Reynolds. Although Ryan Reynolds is playing a character called Adam. Anyway, they're both playing Adam. The movie also stars Jennifer Garner and Mark Ruffalo, Kathleen Keener, mispronounced her name, and a few other actors. I thoroughly enjoyed the film. Now, I will say this movie, there's a group of people out there probably will not like this movie. It has a very 80s feel to it. A very, almost, not quite Spielbergian, but there is some Spielbergian elements. There is also a lot of, a little bit of Richard Donner and other 80s films in there, because the Sean Levy, who is the director, who also directed Ryan Reynolds' last film, Free Guy, which was one of the best movies of 2021. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it now. But anyway, Sean Levy and Ryan Reynolds, they've teamed up again. Sean Levy, he's directed several movies, but he's perhaps best known for directing the Night at the Museum franchise. He directed all three of those films. And now him and Ryan Reynolds, they've actually teamed up. This is their second film, and now they're supposed to be teaming up for the untitled Deadpool project, Deadpool 3. So that'll be quite interesting. I like seeing this duo work together, this director and actor. They seem to mesh well. The film, as I was saying, some people, they may not enjoy it because it does have a lot of kind of an 80s feel to it, the way things happen. There are definite callbacks to E.T. I mean, there's one scene that's like, E.T. was the first movie to kind of do that, and the scene, even though it's different, it definitely is a callback to E.T. There's another scene that's definitely a callback to Return of the Jedi, and there are, the way, the mood, kind of the general tone, the feeling. There's a callback, even though it was a later 80s movies. There's a definite callback. There's a definite feel in this film to Field of Dreams that is in the film. And actually kind of the even though this is a sci-fi movie with time travel, and it incorporates everything we know about time travel, even stuff from the Avengers, because, I mean, there's one line in there where the young Adam, he's asking about time travel, and he's asking, well, is this, kind of, we're going to disappear, or is this more like something like where, there's alternate timelines, there's parallel universes, kind of like what's happening in the Marvel movies with the multiverse, a multiversal scenario. That's not the case in this film. It's different. There's only one timeline. But anyway, so it's more like a classical feel, like Back to the Future in that sense, where, you change something in the past, it has reverberations all through the future. And there aren't, even though there are those multiple streams where things could happen, you are only on one timeline. So, but the film itself, the theme, the messaging, I guess, if you will, about the film is all about family and the importance of, making the most of your time. And I'm already just thinking about it a little bit. I'm choking up a little bit because the film, I'm not going to lie, I cried three or four times watching this movie because it made me think about my dad and about growing up and things going on like with my mom currently and things like that, and just family in general. My uncle Dave, who passed away many years ago. So it just brought up a lot of memories in that aspect, and which a lot of 80s films, they tend to do. I mean, they were more family focused. They were more character and story driven, much more so than most of the movies that are out there today. And so that film and this film, The Adam Project, on that level, it did speak to me. Now, I would have to watch it again. I'm not sure on a second and a third viewing how I would feel about the movie. I think overall, I will still like it and enjoy it, and it still will, tug at those heartstrings a little bit. I've tried to watch it objectively, but it did get to me. It touched me. So I liked it very much. And if you've got about an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes, and you have Netflix, give it a view. It's 2 thumbs up, definitely. On a A to F scale, grade scale, or whatever, I would give it an A minus. It's not like the greatest film of all time, but it's, for what it is, it's really well done. And I highly recommend it. So check it out. The Adam Project on Netflix, or if you're lucky, one of the few places in the country where the movie is showing on a screen somewhere, go and check it out. Highly recommended. This has been another adventure in TV land. If you've liked this video, you've liked this review, these are a little bit different from what I normally do. My channel is usually mostly a travel-based channel, although I do some other things. But if you like this, or like any of the other content that you can find on here, hit that like button. If you didn't like this review, that's fine. Let me know. Hit the dislike button. Subscribe to my channel for further content and ring that bell for email notifications. And if you have a suggestion about some future video you would like to see me do, maybe there's a movie coming out. I'm not as aware as films and movies as I used to be that were out in theaters and whatnot are coming out, and now there's this huge layer of streaming services and things like that. But maybe there's something you think I would enjoy, that you would enjoy seeing me talk about. Let me know in the comments section. And if you've enjoyed this video, and if you would like to support this channel, you can do so by going to either Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon, and either making donations or becoming a member at either one of those 2 places. Thank you for watching. Until next time, that's a wrap.